Mission accomplished for Toronto FC at the MLS SuperDraft, picking up a highly touted prospect who happened to drop, as well as targeted allocation money to address the squad in other ways. Gareth Terry Dunfield with you. It's not easy for any player to show at the Combine, but Toronto FC took advantage of a player whose stock happened to drop. A highly touted prospect in Brandon Aubrey, a 4-year senior out of the University of Notre Dame, a player who's 6'3", 192, a player that scouts tell me composed on the ball, good in the air, a very good character, Terry. He just happened to drop, and Toronto FC could benefit. Could be a sneaky good pick here at 21.
Yeah, it could be, and it's a position that TFC need to fill. We're a little bit light in that center half position. Also, not just TFC, but also TFC too. Jason Bent could use him. Look, he's coming here with a coaching staff full of center halves. They can develop them. It's not easy, that Combine situation. You're a little bit out of season. You're playing with players you've never played before. So it's not the easiest set of circumstances. But in him, I think you get a player who reads the game well, very good in the air. Some of his set-piece stuff was excellent, though it'd be tough to probably get Javinko off the ball. But one or two things he could probably improve on is his one-on-one defending. He looked a little bit slow on the turn, but good pick overall.
Absolutely. I mean, he was rated as high as 3rd overall in some mock drafts out there. Certainly a top 10 pick. It's very difficult, like you said, at the Combine, especially for defenders who thrive off stability, and you're thrown in an awkward environment.
Don't forget, too, you've got 22 clubs, full technical staff watching you. It's something the players have never been through before as well.
He's going to have an opportunity to make the squad based on the fact that Toronto FC now playing with 3 center halves. They lost Josh Williams in the offseason, so there will be an opportunity for the 21-year-old from Plano, Texas. Let's hear from Toronto FC's newest addition.
Coming into the draft, I was excited. You don't really know where you're going to end up, so that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I never really had any good ideas where I would go. So, but I'm really happy to be at Toronto. They're an outstanding club. I've heard nothing but good things about them, and obviously they're doing well. So, couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it was good. We're a little surprised that he kept falling down and lower and lower. And he's a guy who was highly rated in terms of our scouting and watching him at Notre Dame. And he's a guy who's learned to play in the back line from Bobby Clark, who's one of the better teachers, the best teachers that we have in our country in the college system. So all of those things bode well for him. He's a good kid. He's focused on what it is he wants to do and the career path he wants to take. And we look forward to adding him to our group.
In the second round of the MLS SuperDraft, Toronto FC had the 4th and 5th pick of that second round, traded both away for $75,000 worth of targeted allocation money. They received that from the Chicago Fire. Now, Terry, I think it speaks to a little bit about what the front office and coaching staff sees in their squad and their academy, and also the players that were or were not available at that point.
Yeah, I think so. I watched a fair few of the Combine games, and in previous years, there wasn't an abundance of talent, and I think TFC really believed not only in their squad, but also in their TFC2 players coming through the academy. I think at this point that the U.S. level has now gone above that Combine level, so it's a compliment to the players here, a pat on the back that, we believe in you.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense for me, especially when Toronto FC still looking to add to the side, and targeted allocation money, very important, Terry.
Yeah, I think with that money you can go out and you know exactly what you're going to get. With a university player, sometimes you're just buying or bringing in an attribute, whereas when you can go find an established player, you know more what you're getting, and it's not such a gamble.
Yeah, it's not an off season of great change, more so stability in the squad. Here's Toronto FC's general manager Tim Bezbatchenko.
I think it sends a message that we like our team. Doesn't mean you can't improve, but we signed Sergio Camargo, one of our homegrown players, who we think that would have gone top 10 if he were in the draft. We got Aubrey now, and so we still have more picks. Doesn't mean that we don't feel like that we can't find a diamond in the rough. It's just an offer comes, you have to evaluate it and determine if it's a good deal, and we felt like it was for us.
Overall, it has to be said, a very good day for Toronto FC. They address a position of need with a very good young player, and they get targeted allocation money. Not much more to say than that. It's probably exactly what they were looking out to do.
Money's not easy to come by in this league. I like the fact that they didn't just take something for the sake of it. And Aubrey, they've got a good, physical, young player in a position that TFC need.
Aubrey's just work here in Toronto. There's another guy, Aubrey, Drake. Yeah, he did pretty good. Hoping for the same from Brandon. Welcome to Toronto. Look, the third and fourth rounds of the MLS SuperDraft go next week, January 17th via conference call. And then we're back at it. Training camp opens up January 23rd. Keep it locked right here. torontofc.ca. The new season is upon us.